In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the Orbi AX4200. This is the Tri-Band Mesh WiFi 6 system from Netgear. This system promises to give you a really reliable and widespread coverage. Well, we're going to put that to the test because we found out that you can still pick up a really good Wi-Fi signal from quite a few hundred feet away. Let's take a closer look. Don't forget to hit the red button to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and click the notification bell to get my next video first. The version that I've got today is the AX4200. This is with the 2 satellites and the router. It says it will give coverage for 7+ rooms and give you transfer Wi-Fi speeds up to 4.2 gigabytes per second. Now, if you're in the market to try and improve your Wi-Fi at home, this is exactly the type of thing that you need. And I'm going to show you how to set it up, and believe me, it is pretty straightforward. I've got links to the product in the description so you can check out the exact one that I'm installing, and it will then give you options of different versions. But in the box there are some very straightforward and standard equipment. If you think that this is going to be too complicated, believe me, it's not. It is very simple to do, and I'm going to show you absolutely everything, and you can have this up and running in about 5 or 10 minutes. So once you've opened the main box, you'll find that there's a couple of setup guides which are self-explanatory, a box full of power adapters, and then you've got your main box which hold the 2 satellite routers and the main router that you plug into your internet system. Let's get these unpacked, and what you'll notice is that they all feel very, very good quality. They are obviously made of plastic, but there's a certain weight to them, and I think that they look good in the fact that they're pretty plain. Don't worry about where it says satellite and router around them. That's just literally just there just to show you the ones that you need to put in the right place during setup. That will just lift off when you've finished. But yeah, everything that you need is very simple and very easy to follow. So let's start looking at these and getting them set up. Well, the 2 routers have 2 Ethernet ports on the back and a power adapter. That's it, plus a little reset switch. The router itself has a sync button, your main internet in, and then this has 3 Ethernet ports again, which is a nice touch having 3. You've also got the same reset button and also your power adapter. So the first thing that we need to do is make sure that the power adapter is set up. Now, because I'm in the UK, I had the 3-pin version and also the 2-pin European. Yours may come with 1 or 2, I'm not sure, but just make sure you put the correct one on and repeat that process for the remaining 2 plugs, and then you're ready to set up. So once you've got your equipment laid out ready, then it's time to download the app. Now, there is a QR scanning code on one of the bits of information, so it's easy just to scan it to make sure that you're downloading the right app and get that installed. Now, the one thing that I wanted to do before setup, and I recommend that you do it, is get some readings of what your speed is. So I'm standing right next to my router and I'm getting about 353 megs per second download. I'm then going to go to the other end of my house into my main living room, and you can see just by being around about 20-30 feet away, it drops to 66. I'm now going upstairs into my office, which is directly above the router. As you can see, I'm getting a very impressive 333 meg download and 44 meg upload. Okay guys, I'm now going to go through the setup process. If you don't want to watch that and you want to skip ahead just to the results, then please skip to the time on screen now. Okay, this setup is very straightforward. Just open up the app and follow the on-screen instructions. There will be a few screens that you just need to say yes to and click through. You'll then be asked to set up a Netgear account. It's completely free to do so, just email address and password. Once you've done that, you'll get this screen, which is congratulations, and then it will ask you, do you want to set up a new product? Click yes, and then click get started. So the easiest way to get these things installed is using a QR code reader. Now, if you haven't already got one, there's loads of free ones available. Just go to the App Store and search for QR code reader. Once you've got it, download it and then open it up. It will ask you to access the camera, and then you'll get this screen, and just scan the QR code on the router. This will then tell you what it is, and then it will ask you to locate your modem, which is your modem for your current internet connection. It will tell you to unplug that, so just go ahead and unplug it, and then it will ask you to plug it back in, and then it will ask you to connect your Orbi to the modem, connect it into the yellow input, which is the internet, and then turn it on. The next thing to do is to position the two satellites. Now look at the on-screen information, try and position one that's in the middle of the house and one that's in the other side so that you're getting even coverage throughout your location. There's no point having all three of them over one side of the house. All you need to do is use the power adapter, plug them in, and then it will automatically detect them whilst it's going through the firing up process. And as you can see, it's saying that the satellites are powering up. Now I've sped this up a little bit, so it will go a little bit slower than that. It will take probably 4 or 5 minutes. It doesn't take very long at all. Once you get the screen saying join Orbi network, click continue, and then again it will wait probably another minute or two, and it will say that your Orbi network has been connected, and it will detect and then set up the two satellites. And as you can see here, it says 2 satellites found, and it's next going to let me personalize the network, and here I can create my own Wi-Fi address. So I always call mine All Things Tech, and then I can set my own Wi-Fi network password. The next thing is to set up the admin login. So I just always leave mine as admin, but again then set a password. You can turn on Face ID as well so that you can log in with your face, which is very convenient. And you need to set up a couple of security questions like where were you born and what's the middle name of your last dog, for instance. It will then personalize that information, and then you're pretty much very, very close to being ready to go. So I do have to say that this whole setup process was completely seamless. You will get asked if you want to check for new firmware. In fact, it will just do that automatically. So just let that follow its course, and then when it's finished it says that you're now up and running and your Orbi is now configured. Click on next. It will then go to a screen where it offers you the opportunity to purchase at an additional cost some extended coverage. You don't need to do that. You can go in and see the plans if that's something that you're interested in, fine, but I don't ever tend to bother, but you know, it's down to the individual. You do get access to a free trial period of that software, and so therefore you can monitor it and see whether it's something that maybe you want to take up and extend at the end of your free trial. It's up to the individual, but the choice is yours. So this is effectively your home screen for your Orbi controls, and here you've got a lot of options available. You can manage devices here, go into the security, look at everything that's connected, you can check the speed, you can really do an awful lot. You can check and create guest Wi-Fi so that you're not giving your Wi-Fi details out to people that visit the property. There's loads of things that you can do. Okay, so we're now set up and we can now go in and monitor the new speed. Is it any better than what we had before? Well, yes is the answer to that. I am now getting over 543 megs per second. That, as you can see, is significantly more. Next, we'll go back to that room which was on the opposite side of the house, the furthest away from the router. Before we were getting around 67 meg, I believe, and as you can see now, with that satellite in position, we're getting 396 megabytes per second compared to 66.5 before. What about upstairs in my office, which I was getting a really good reading anyway, because this was directly above the router. Now I'm getting over 500. I'm surprised at that is more than right next to the router. 598 megs per second compared to the 333 megs per second I was getting before. Now I decided to see how far I could still pick up my signal and what type of speed I'd get even from a great distance. Now my house is the one underneath the arrow, and as you can see I'm probably around 250 feet away, maybe even longer than that, and I'm still picking up a Wi-Fi signal which is pretty strong, and when I do the speed test I'm still getting a pretty fast speed of around about 46 megs. Now if I go even further away you can see the same house in the distance there, and I'm still picking up a Wi-Fi signal and I'm still getting over 10 meg per second download. In fact, I'm getting 16 meg download and nearly 7 meg upload. Quite incredible. So in summary guys, from my early results, I'm absolutely blown away with the performance of this Orbi Tri-Band Mesh WiFi 6 system. It is absolutely brilliant. It's improved my connection and speeds and coverage just brilliantly. I can definitely recommend it. Check out the links in the description yourself. But guys, if you're looking at expanding and getting a better Wi-Fi system at home, then this is definitely one to consider.